The deadline has come and passed, and the entire candidate list for Election 22 has been finalized. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a number of contests for elected offices filled up with filings during the final 2 days before the non-incumbent deadline for the May primary passed yesterday afternoon. A fifth candidate will be on the ballot for the District 48 legislative seat, as Jeremiah Jake Teeple of Scottsville filed, joining 4 other candidates. 12 have filed to fill 3 seats on the Gering School Board, 4 filed for the 3 seats up for election on the Scottsville School Board, and 9 people have filed for the Scottsbluff City Council, including the 3 incumbents. After no candidates had stepped forward for the Minutair City Council as of last Friday, 3 people have filed, 2 in Ward 1 and 1 in Ward 2. Well, the Gering mayoral race will be contested after all. Ben Backus filed for the post nearly 2 months ago, and as of Friday was the lone candidate running for Gering mayor. However, 1 hour before the filing deadline, Gering businessman Kent Ewing filed the paperwork for Gering mayor. Ewing spoke with KNEB News afterwards about why he decided to run.
Well, actually, when we found out Mr. Kaufman was stepping down, that's when we started talking about it, the issues and things that were going on in the town or in the city. So what we were looking at is the progression of the city. Most people that know us or know our family and whatever else in the city, we're very progressive about businesses. We've started a couple businesses up and still run a business. We have the new casino horse track race south of town. There's a lot of things that are going to come around in the next 4, maybe 8 years, and Gering's going to have to be very progressive.
After the 5 p.m. deadline passed, County Clerk Kelly Sides also confirmed that former Gering High School principal Eldon Hubbard had also filed for mayor, making this a 3-way race. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
One of my big responsibilities is making Runs a Rand. I put all of my love into making Rand because it is the best by far. What are you doing if you don't get Rand?
Welcome back. Nebraska public schools would have to teach lessons about the Holocaust and other episodes of genocide under a bill advanced by lawmakers. Senator Jen Day of Omaha says she introduced the bill to ensure that the lessons of the Holocaust are never forgotten.
The increase in anti-Semitism combined with our youth's fleeting knowledge of the Holocaust paints a troubling picture and underscores the need to ensure that Nebraska students are aware of the consequences of unchecked hate and ignorance. And unfortunately, we heard during our hearing from those who have experienced shocking anti-Semitism firsthand. LB 888 is about making sure students are aware when we allow ourselves to lose focus of our shared humanity and slip into hate.
Day says it's particularly important now as more people who experienced the atrocities firsthand aged and died. Lawmakers gave the measure initial approval on a 44 5-0 vote, despite some questions about which specific moments in history could be defined as genocide. Well, sticking with the unicameral now, as Nebraska lawmakers have hired an outside attorney to investigate the behavior of a former state senator who photographed an aide without her knowledge, and the findings will be released to the public by mid-April. Senator Anna Wishart of Lincoln says attorney Tara Paulson will conduct the probe into former state senator Mike Groney of North Platte. He resigned from office last week after acknowledging that he photographed his legislative aide in his office. Wishart serves on a 3-member panel overseeing the investigation, along with Senators John Arch and Tom Breese. She says the panel will release the results of the investigation before the end of this year's legislative session on April 20th. And Wyoming Governor Mark Gordon has announced he has begun the process to end Wyoming's COVID-19 public health emergency declaration effective March 14th. Gordon said as case numbers and hospitalizations recede, it is time to begin the shift to a new phase and manage the virus appropriately. Gordon says that means being personally responsible for one's own health and respectful of family and neighbors. After the end of the declaration, the Wyoming Department of Health will continue to serve as a resource for COVID-19 information and support. Well, still to come, Bill Boyer with your weather and the Panhandle Humane Society's featured Pet of the Week. Those stories and more right after this.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Why love a rain garden? Let me count the ways. Rain gardens contain and filter water runoff while recharging our underground water supply. They provide habitat for birds, bees, and beneficial insects. Native perennials give 4 seasons of color and texture, beautifying a home while increasing its value. Established gardens are low-maintenance, low-water landscape features, colorful, functional, and sustainable. Rain gardens, brought to you by Tri-City Stormwater. Our water, our responsibility.
I really like how our OB department takes our limited amount of doctors and turns it into a strength. Even though we only have a couple of people, you get to know them well over your entire pregnancy. We have 2 state-of-the-art labor rooms that are new with our last addition. We have a couple of very nice postpartum rooms also right here in the hospital, so they can get as much time with mom and baby as possible.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Welcome back. For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet Buddy, a 4-year-old terrier mix with a whole lot of love to give. Are you looking for a small, fuzzy companion? Well, look no further than Buddy. This sweet boy loves cuddles and would love nothing more than to curl up with you on the couch and watch movies under a warm blanket. Come on down to the Panhandle Humane Society today and take this love bug home.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scotts Bluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Panhandle Trails Intercity Public Transit, based in Alliance, Nebraska, is the only intercity bus serving Nebraska Panhandle communities and Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Panhandle Trails operates a regularly scheduled bus service, assisting you in making connections with Greyhound bus partners, regional airports, healthcare, employment and education opportunities, shopping, family, friends, and more. Panhandle Trails serves the general public of all ages and offers accessible transportation for those with special mobility needs. Let Panhandle Trails help you make your connection. Call 308-761-8747.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, lottery tickets could be sold through vending machines under a bill considered by the General Affairs Committee for the Nebraska Legislature. Lincoln Senator Elliot Bostar said he introduced LB 1268 to bring Nebraska in line with 42 of the 45 states with a state lottery that allowed tickets to be sold through vending machines. He told the committee that the real impact would be felt by retailers.
This bill specifically I see as really the main focus is to alleviate workforce pressure on retailers. I think that's the main impact that we're talking about here.
Bostar said the lottery machines used elsewhere are standalone and secure, and they require a valid driver's license with a barcode to be scanned to verify the purchaser's age. The committee took no immediate action on that measure. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. We'll see you here next time.